Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. We have been in the middle of a heat wave and I haven't spent a lot of time out in the garden recently, and it's a little less hot today. Not much, but I really need to get out there and there's a few things that I want to get done. I'm pretty sure my peas have to come out. This heat has like totally demolished them. My tomatoes need pruning. The foxgloves need to be taken out, and some of my zucchini, there's some fruit on the zucchinis that didn't get pollinated properly, so that needs to be taken off so that it can produce more good fruit. And then I want to harvest the rest of my lettuce before it bolts, and if I can get around to it, I might plant something like maybe some more lettuce, but I don't know. It's supposed to be really warm for the rest of the summer, so I'm thinking that may not happen. Maybe not until like late August or something, when the cooler weather is coming, maybe even September. But yeah, so today I'm just gonna get out there. I'm gonna bring you along. I'm not sure how much talking I'll do, and I'm not sure how long this video is gonna be. I mean, I have a list as long as my arm that I need to get done, but that's just not gonna happen today. But I do want to get the rest of my peas harvested and the rest of my lettuce, and definitely get my tomatoes pruned today. So let's get out in the garden. Alright, so actually I'm going to take you to see a few of the things maybe that I'll do also today. This area is so weedy and I need to do a little comb through. It's at the point where I can tell which sprouts are flowers and which are weeds. My lupin need to be cut down. Some of the flowers have gone to seed, so hopefully if I cut those down I'll be able to get some more blooms this summer. Want something really exciting though. The first dahlia! How gorgeous is that? Oh, I love it so much. I'm so excited, and I might have to pick it and put it in a little posy glass inside. But yeah, everything's looking very weedy and just need to get out and do that. Look at these awesome strawberries. They have pink flowers, and they're new plants, and they're definitely taking off, which is really exciting. And then the other day I just did a huge blueberry harvest, but as you can see, there's a ton more on this plant. And also, this one over here has a ton too. And this rogue cilantro. So I just let it go to flower because the bees love it. And then I also have this plant here. And I was worried it wasn't getting enough sun, but I think it is, behind these tomatoes. So these tomatoes definitely need to be pruned. There's some lower leaves that have started to die, and I just want to make sure that we're not getting any disease and that we're getting plenty of airflow. And my lettuce here, I can see it's already started bolting, so I'm going to get this all taken out today and harvested. These poor zucchinis, they need to be trimmed a little. I have a bunch of slug traps that I need to empty and refill, although I feel like it may be the end of the slugs because it's so warm. And then my poor peas, they're not doing great in the heat, so I'm gonna harvest what's left on that plant and then start taking it down. But I have to be careful because there are beans growing on the trellis now as well. So, but yeah. And then if we go over here, I also need to remove all the spent blossoms on the chives. I can see the seeds, so it's a little late, so I might have new little chive plants growing up in here, but that's okay. And then over here, I have my very first pumpkin. There's a bunch of other little ones that are growing too, so that's really exciting for me. But these foxgloves need to be taken out before they go to seed. The lilies are all spent, but I like to leave those until they start dying back a little more, just to give them more of the sun's energy to create more lilies for us next year. But the daylilies are still going strong back there. Yeah, everything's very crispy right now. For some reason, this tree is already dropping leaves. It's not doing very good anyway. You can, I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but it's been topped. And then there's been birds nesting like down into the trunk, so you can, and I don't know how much further they've gone in there, but there's also like fungus growing on the trunk, which I've read is a sign that it's dying, but the branches seem to still be getting leaves. And yeah, but I don't know why it's dropping leaves. It's only the middle of July, so, but it does that every year, so we'll see. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? It's too warm, huh? What? No, you're gonna stay in there, okay? Yes, be good. So I've actually had a really bad aphid problem on my lupins. Didn't foresee that happening, but I have seen a few ladybugs, which is good, but not enough because I can still see they're all over here. So I'm just gonna cut all these blooms off for now and see if we can't get it to like start generating more blooms, and hopefully that'll like kind of fix some of the aphid issue. I was saying on Instagram the other day that I've had like more pest issues this year than I remember having in years past, but that comes with gardening, so here we go. Well, we didn't get to these soon enough, and we're gonna have a lot of foxgloves next year. So I usually go through and thin them, and I really like the way they look in this flower bed, but I'll definitely need to be thinning some next year because there is a lot of seed that I missed. Aren't these alliums so cool? One of them broke, but I think I'm going to take these 3 and put them in a vase inside because they're so neat looking. Sometimes when you're pruning, you have to wrestle with the fact to sacrifice some blooms. But these are sun golds and cherry tomatoes, and then these are like large heirloom beefsteak tomatoes, and there's a ton more blooms on it. So I'm not sad about taking this sucker off, but I'm just trying to create some more airflow through here, especially because on the other side there's a bunch of zucchini leaves. So just want to make sure that the tomatoes are getting enough air, and it's already looking better. So I'm going to take these out, but I have to be careful because I have beans on this trellis, and the trellis actually broke in a windstorm earlier this year, so it's kind of flimsy, but I think with the weight of these peas off it'll be better, and maybe I can secure it a little better. But I'm going to just cut these off and make sure that I didn't miss any peas on them. here. And I'm really going to have to be careful because I have to untangle all this stuff. I think next year I definitely will not be growing beans and peas on the same trellis. But I had a good pea year and I'm really happy about that. They're both great for the soil. They restore nitrogen. And the beans really loved this trellis last year. And hopefully they love it just as much this year. I can see several plants growing up it, so that's a good thing. I'm glad that they didn't really latch on too much to the peas, it looks like. So that helps me. I'm still trying to be really careful. And I'm just going to cut them off at the bottom and remove as much of the leaves as I can. And when you leave, because there's little things that are in the soil on the roots that help with the nitrogen as well. So we'll just leave those roots in and just remove the greenery from up top. Alright, so I've cleared out the trellis and it's looking a little bare, but I'm going to see how the beans flourish now that the peas are off of the trellis. And I'm thinking I might just direct sow some beans and see if I can't fill in this middle part here. But the beans that are on there are looking pretty healthy. I'm just using some clips to help them along the trellis and hold them up a little more. And then I've kind of cleared out a little bit of these zucchini leaves to give it a little more sun. But it looks so much better. And the tomatoes look great. These onions, though, I think I planted them a little close together and probably not in the great spot. But I wasn't really sure how big these zucchinis would get, so you live and you learn. And I've only gotten one zucchini off these plants. They haven't been getting pollinated very well. So hopefully just clearing out some of those leaves will help them. There are several young fruits on there, so I'll just keep an eye on those and harvest them as I see them. Like if they're gonna just rot at the end, harvest them and then I can eat whatever part of it that I can. But this bed I amended with compost this year and some manure, and I've been reading a lot, and I think just compost in the future is what this needs, and lots of organic matter. So this fall I'm going to also amend both of my raised beds with some more all three of my raised beds with some more compost and see how it goes. But this section is done, and now I'm going to go harvest my lettuce. So as you can see, some of this is getting pretty tall, so it's just about time to get it out. I might leave these smaller ones on the side because they look pretty good still. But I'm just going to harvest this and save as much of it as I can. Here's the last of the pea harvest. from me today. I got quite a bit done, but there's still so much more to do. And if you garden or you like to take care of your backyard or even your front landscaping or front lawn, you know that the work is never done. But I got a lot done today. I got the rest of my lettuce and my peas harvested, and I got the peas taken out, and I got the lupin trimmed, and the foxgloves are taken out, and the slug traps are taken out, and I got some stuff trimmed off of my Swiss chard. I got all my bolted lettuce out that I'd let grow really tall. I thought it was gonna open up, but I think that it doesn't create flowers, it just creates like little flowers, and then those create seeds. So I just ripped those out because I don't need that many seeds for lettuce. I've got a lot of lettuce seed in my stash. And I got the tomatoes pruned. They look so good, and I hope that it will encourage more ripening. And yeah, so I feel really productive for today. My friend's on her way over. We're gonna have dinner here, and yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy my evening. I hope that you like this video, and if you did, if you like just random gardening videos where I'm pottering around here in the back, I do a lot of those, I feel like, then please give it a thumbs up, as it really supports my channel. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I really hope that I'll be able to share more holiday decorating stuff this year. I have so many DIY projects planned for October, and I just love decorating for Halloween and fall / Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's one of my favorite things, and I really want to share more of that this year. I think last year I felt a little overwhelmed by it, but and I also hope to do a few more day in the life type videos. So if you're watching and you like certain types of videos, or you want to see certain things, just leave me a comment below, and I'll try and include some of that in future videos. But yeah, I hope that you're having a great day wherever you are, and I will see you super soon. Bye.